What's going on, guys? Nasher61 here, and today we've got a very special episode of Nasher's Q&A. It's going to be a team comm featuring Montage Moment members, NastyKalnasty and Cowboys 00. We've got about 5 questions we're going to go through. Not going to cut any of this out, so it could be a pretty interesting video, and I'll hand it over to them.
Hey guys, this is NastyKalnasty here, or as the ladies call me, Brandon. My first visit back for the team since my unofficial retirement earlier in the season. I'm proud to be back on the Nasher's channel.
This is Cowboys 00, and it's the other team member that actually plays on the team. So, leading scorer.
All right, great intros by both of them. Let's get the questions going. First question is by Maximoro1, and he asked, who is your top 3 favorite teams? I'm going to have to go with the Columbus Blue Jackets, obviously. Been a fan of them my whole life. Went to their first ever home game. Second, I'm going to go with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Big fan of Steven Stamkos. And lastly, I'm going to go with the Edmonton Oilers. They're a great team. They've got a ton of young players, and they're going to be great in the future.
I'm also a Columbus Blue Jackets fan as well. It's hard to admit because they are horrible, but I am a fan of them. As for my second favorite team, the second favorite team is going to be the team that we trade Rick Nash to. I'm a big Rick Nash fan, and I want to see him do well in the league, and I don't think he can live up to his potential if he's playing in Columbus, so I would like to see him go to a team where he can win. And my least favorite team is a team we trade Jeff Carter to, because I personally do not care for him.
All right, and my 3 favorite teams are going to be the LA Kings. Really big fan of Jonathan Quick. He's been doing really good this year. And I'm going to have to go with the St. Louis Blues also. In NHL hits, I played as the St. Louis Blues. I was always Keith the Chuck. NastyKalnasty. And my other brother was always Chris Progner. Yeah, yeah. Hold on. And last but not least, my favorite team is going to be the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Wow. All right. That's enough for that question. Next question is by XZ Strawberry XZ. It's an interesting name. And he asked, who is the most overrated player in the NHL and the most underrated player in the NHL? And for overrated player, I'm sorry, but I got to go with Ovechkin. He's just not been doing too well this year, and he was or last year, that's pretty true. And he was a baby about the All-Star game. Didn't want to go to that just because of the suspension. For the most underrated player, I'm going to go with James Neal. He's having a great season in Pittsburgh. And honestly, I didn't really know much about him until this season, but he's proved that he's worthy.
As for my most overrated player in the league, I'm going to say Ryan Getzlaf. He's really underachieving this year. He's got a lot of skill. He's a really good playmaker, but lately he's just really underperforming. As for the most underrated player, I'm going to go Patrice Bergeron. I think that I would say he's the best defensive forward in the league. And he's also putting up good numbers. I think he's just under a point per game right now, and he's on the best line in hockey. So I think that he's a very underrated player.
All right, and for my most overrated player, I'm going to go with Alexander Ovechkin also.
Way to be creative.
Well, he too is he's great, but he's not as good as he should be. Should be a lot better, and quite frankly, he celebrates a little too much.
You are not smart.
Celebration, that's a good...
Yeah, it's a little too often, but my most underrated player is it's gonna have to be Marian Hossa. He's been doing just great this year. He's actually the person I named my fantasy hockey team after, and yeah, he's been doing great for my team. It is Boats and Hossa, my fantasy hockey team's name.
Where you got that name from?
Yep. He got that off the internet. He didn't come up with that one himself. All right. Third question is by Bailey14, and he asked, has your team always been named Montage Moment, and when did you start playing ESHL? We actually started playing ESHL in NHL 09. That's when it first came out, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Cowboys and Nasher.
No,
Yep.
I played on occasion. I was the designated curve shotter of the team, as that was my particular skill set.
Yeah. No.
He was a curve shot. None of us.
That's why he's no longer on our team. All right, but for real though, we didn't start out always being Montage Moment. We actually came up with that once I got my capture card this summer in NHL 11. We just came up with that name. It went well with that, and it stuck with us. It's a great name for YouTube. We make a lot of montages. Some other team names we had. What did we have? Hockey's Prodigy. That was Protege.
Them dirty danglers.
Them Dirty Danglers. Yeah. Twine Time. They all had to do with dangles. We like scoring goals.
Or I had a new one for next year. It could be Sellies in my belly.
No. All right. Next question is by 9Fopaz3, and he asked, who is your favorite D-man in the NHL and why? And I'm going to have to go with Jack Johnson. He's an American player, which is good, and he's just been great for the LA Kings, scoring lots of goals. Now on to Nasty.
As for my favorite D-man, I'm probably going to say Ryan Suter. He's also an American. I like to root for a lot of the American players, like to see him succeed. I'm also kind of a fan of Nashville. I've lived there for a short period of time in my life, and I just like to root for them.
And my favorite player is D-man is Dustin Byfuglien. You know, I was a really big fan of him when he was in Chicago. You know, always living big hits, and been scoring a lot of goals for D-man this year.
True that. Next question. This is actually our last question by CM Baseball PSN. He asked, Carter or Umberger, which is better in your opinion? To go with skill, I'd have to go with Carter. He is a good player. I mean, he has a nice shot, but his personality's not the best. Umberger's a nice guy. He went to Ohio State, which is good. We live right around there, and that's what I got.
Yeah, I agree with you. Carter really underachieves. He's got the talent, obviously, but I feel like he kind of doesn't try, and I don't like that. I am a big Umberger fan ever since he became a Blue Jackets member, mainly because he is from the Ohio State University where I attend college, so I'm obviously going to root for anyone who's from there. Go Bucks!
And I'm also going to have to say R.J. Umberger.
I.O.
He's been doing pretty good this year. Carter has been a little baby this year, been out with injuries, not really doing all that great for how good he was in Philadelphia. And actually, just the last game they played, Umberger had 2 goals in their win.
Oh. Yeah, like, is that 4 in the season or?
I really like the way he plays though, because he just gets to like. He's not the most talented player, but he's a really hard-working player, and he puts in a lot of effort. And I really like to see that.
Yeah, that's a good answer for that one. I think we can all agree on that. Oh, wait, we've got one more question by BCal68.
That's me.
And he asked, will you rap battle NastyKalnasty?
That's also me.
And yes, we will be doing that in the future. Anyways, that's about it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, we might do this again here soon. Be sure to leave your questions in the comments section below for next episode, and I'll see you guys later.